Hey, shalom, shalom, Yabashim Yashar Barakatah. Double honest once again to the elders and apostles, a great millstone, shalom to the elect. I realized, hey, after I ended the video, like right after I hit the button, that I didn't read all of Mark 5 as I wanted to. So this is going to be a little part two, you know, a two Mark the 5th chapter, as we were going into how the faith of the woman who touched Yahweh Shai, his garment, you know, just based on her faith that she would be healed from her issue of blood that she had, you know. But like I said, let's finish reading this out, because I started to get excited. We went to other precepts, you know, and I didn't completely finish this out, which is heavy that I wanted to finish this out, you know, just to give the full understanding of the account that took place with this woman. But we ended off at verse 30, so let's go to 31, you know. And if you're seeing this one first, then you can watch Thy Faith Has Made the Whole part 1, you know, and then this will be the finisher to the rest of that. But it says back in Mark 5 and 31, and it says, and his disciples said unto him, thou seest the multitude thronging thee, and saying thou, who touched me? Yeah, so they like, man, Lord, there's so many people around you. You know, how we gonna know who touched you? You know, and when you go in that word thronging, it pretty much just means a large group of people, pretty much compact into one little area, pretty much shoulder to shoulder, you know. And it says, and he looked round about to see her that had done this thing. It says, actually, no, I didn't read, I gotta read 30, because when she touched him, he could pretty much just feel that miracle leave him and enter into her, you know. But it says, Salakia for all of this, forgive me, but hopefully it's still edifying through the spirit of power, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. It says, Mark 5 and 29, yeah, because I didn't get none of this, man. Forgive me, man. Yeah, Mark 5 and 28, or 27. And when she had heard, Yahweh Shai came and pressed behind and touched his garment. She said, if I may touch but his clothes, I shall be whole. So yeah, adding on to that her faith just in, you know what I'm saying? Because she spent all this money with all these physicians, you know, all these doctors, probably all these dudes, you know, or women, giving her all kind of remedies, to the point where she spent everything that she had and was pretty much just left to rely on faith. And that's heavy, because that's pretty much what Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua has done to us right now. Hey, man, we are fucked in this system. There's nothing you can do. And that's a part of the curse, as we spoke about, that was placed on us, you know. Hey, that no man would be able to redeem us out of this situation we were in, you know, but Yahweh Shai, you know. So that's the point where the Lord will leave you at, man, just to test your integrity, to see how, if you'll break and you'll fold under pressure, you know. And there's examples of that all throughout the scriptures as well, where a lot of people, you know, they lost their integrity because the things got hot, you know. But then on the other hand, you also have a lot of great examples within our forefathers that didn't give up their integrity, you know. When all odds were against them, even when their life was threatened, they still maintained their integrity through Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, you know. And it says, for she said, if I may touch but his clothes, I shall be whole. And straightway the fountain of her blood was dried up. Yeah, so immediately as she did that, you know, that disease in her blood, you know, was cured up right in that very moment. You see? But it says, it says, and she felt in her body that she was healed of that plague. And Yahushua immediately, knowing in himself the virtue had gone out of him. Yeah, that means that miracle. When you go into that word virtue, pretty much just means strength, or a miracle, you know. So that's what happened. And that's why the disciples didn't understand like what he was saying when he was like, yeah, who touched me? Because Yahushua, when he was doing these miracles, I can only imagine, a little bit of strength would leave him. He would probably get weak, maybe. Speculation, But for him to feel that virtue leave, that means he felt that miracle go out. I can't say he got weak, or that he lost any kind of strength, But hey, just speculation. I don't know. What we do know is that when the woman touched him, she was made whole, And Yahushua knew immediately that she touched him, and that the miracle had gone forth from him to her. And it says, and turned him about and pressed and said, who touched my clothes? And his disciples said unto him, thou seest the multitude thronging thee, and saying, thou, who touched me? It says, he looked around about to see her that had done this thing. It says, but the woman, fearing and trembling, and that's what we're supposed to do too. Even though we have this a tremendous amount of wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, we're still ought to have that fear, because it was the scriptures talk about a working out our salvation with fear and trembling. So hey man, just because the Lord's dealing with you right now, hey man, do not get puffed up. And I say, hey man, that's something I constantly think to myself all the time, because hey man, we have examples within our forefathers and in this current day of dudes who misused the gift that Yahweh Shemi Al-Shah had given them freely, and turned it into malicious acts, And that's ultimately the lust of the flesh that tempts you. But hey man, it can happen to anybody. That's why, as the scriptures talk about, man, you constantly examine yourself, whether you be in the faith, But it says, verse 33 again, it says, but the woman, fearing and trembling, knowing what was done in her, came and fell down before him and told him the truth. Yeah, and she pretty much came and worshipped, and gave reverence to Yahushua, just because they, the tremendous amount of healing that was given her that day, That's what we do, just based around the faith that we have. That's why we make our bodies a living sacrifice on a daily basis. It ain't just when we doing a lesson, or when men can see us. Our whole walk within pressing towards the mark of Yahweh Shemi Al-Shah salvation. It should be centered around, everything we do should be centered around bettering ourselves, so we can be a betterment to the body. Scriptures talk about being examples to the flock. There's certain ways that we should move, so we can accommodate every brother in every situation. Whether it be a brother with different kinds of health issues, any kind of ailment he's battling, or if he's battling with some kind of addiction, and we're supposed to be examples on all of these aspects, so somebody can look at us, and see the growth that we've have in Yahweh Shemi Al-Shah, and want that for themselves as well. Now, when it comes to that, a lot of meekness and humility has to be implemented when it comes down to being an example of Yahweh Shemi Al-Shah. The scriptures talk about the greater you are, the more humble yourself. But that's just a part of the faith that we're in, and they look. And as the title of this lesson, then, that faith that we have and wanting to be examples on the behalf of Yahweh Shemi Al-Shah, has even made us whole, you know. So I'm through the Spirit, I'm happy I came back and redirected this, and the Spirit hopped on me to come back and do this, because a lot more of edifying came back just from retracting and rethinking everything. Well, even, look, in this situation, you know, after I cut off the camera, you know, I was like, okay, did I make sure I said everything correctly? Was I, you know what I'm saying, was I a good representative of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua? Then I started to read the scripture, and I was like, oh man. So even correcting ourselves and examining ourselves is a part of our faith as well, you know, making sure we're on point, you know. But yeah, let's read this and we're going to end it. Mark 5:34, and it says, and he said unto her, daughter, thy faith has made thee whole. Yeah, and that's the same thing Yahweh Hashem Yahushua has done for us, you know. Because of our belief on Yahweh Shai, we're whole, you know. And that's what makes us whole. It's not the works of the law that makes us whole with Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. It's our faith, you know. Because not once did that lady, did you hear Yahweh Shai speak to this lady and say, hey, where your fringes at? You know? Are you an adulteress? You know? Are you keeping the commandments to the best of your ability? Now you're made whole? No, he said it's your faith that made you whole. Because just as as the whole world can easily see, we're all jacked up to the point where we all need salvation, you know. Our thoughts are wicked, you know. our habits are wicked, you know. The things that we do on a daily basis make us unclean, you know. So, man, we can't boast in the works of the law, you know. But of course, you know, once we've been given this gift of faith and we grow in that, you know, we ultimately rehearse the righteous acts of the law, you know. That's a showing of our faith, but it's not going to be the law that's going to dictate salvation, you know. So that was pretty much the point, you know. Once again, call hello Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, you know, for giving us this gift of faith, you know. May you continue to fight on through the Spirit and power Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. Once again, double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, who the Lord has set up in these latter times, to teach us the way of Yahushua, you know. And shalom to the elect. Shalom.